Hey guys, Tony here at Old Man Wrenching. Today I'm making some clamps to build some ramps. I'll show you a little bit about how this works. You just basically have some of this aluminum. I've got some 1/4 inch here. So it's some kind of a trim that they sell at like Lowe's and stuff. But what I'm doing is I'm making brackets. I basically just take some of this stocks here and cut it into 2-inch sections. And then I measure down a 1/4 inch from each side, mark that, drill a hole approximately in the center of that square that it makes there. And then through a little bit of bending, you end up with something like this. And then you can take this and pop rivet it to your channel. And then what you end up with is the same distance all the way along the track. Works really well. I'll show you some more when I get around to the putting it on the actual table. All right, so you can see how I've got these lined up in my track. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to show real quick how I bend these up. I told you I put a mark on it. And you can kind of see it there reflecting. And that's my 1/4 inch mark. I'll just drop him into this vise and secure it, and then I'll bend it over. And then I finish it off with just a pair of lineman's pliers, because you can just grab a hold of that. It's just about the perfect width. Let me put this on the tripod and I'll show you real quick. All right. So I've got my little piece here. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna all right, so then I just push it. Yep. Try and be kind of straight with it so I don't get a weird angle. Once I have it down like that, I hit it twice with this. Gives you a nice bend. And I do the same over here. Whatever equipment you're working with. And for this one, you can either push it on over like that. Now see, it doesn't quite clear my vise, so do that. That came out pretty good. Then usually I just take my lineman's pliers and just straighten them up. And there you go. One home fabricated, I don't know what you would call it, channel bracket. So I've come over here and this is the last one that I have for this track. So the last part is kind of the more difficult of it, is drilling your holes in your track. I haven't found a really good system for that. You know, if you knew the layout ahead of time, where you were going to place the holes, you could just measure it. For my purposes, I started my measurement on this end, and so I have another one that's already completed. It's in the other room. But I measured out, I need like an inch on the end. I think I'm working with a couple ideas on when the ball drops off. But I'll show you that in another video. But I measure 8 inches to there. And then I come back, and that's where my starting point is. So that one there is actually already secured. These are not. And then the next one is like 7 inches. And then it's another 7 inches to that one. And then there's 2 small ones right in this area. And that kind of finishes it off like that. And then this, this end over here, I'm affixing to my parking deck. So, but you'll see that in another video too. Anyway, I just wanted to cover, making your own ramps. Not terribly difficult, just time consuming. Catch you later. Bye.